Hi everyone, I'm joined by Faustina, one of our speakers at the TEDx event, and I'm Joe Holmes, hosting the event on the 15th of May. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Not a problem. Hi, everyone. So as Joe said, my name is Faustina. I am from the beautiful Caribbean island of Saint Lucia, but currently I live in the UK. I am a postgraduate law student.
Amazing. And what are you most passionate about, would you say?
I would say it would be just pushing people and motivating others, because that's something I think I've been doing maybe almost all my life. So I just really enjoy seeing people grow and seeing them just blossom into the amazing people that they are supposed to be and they were put on this earth for.
And what one thing do you think holds people back from reaching their full potential and blossoming?
I will say it is imposter syndrome, even though it is something I still deal with quite a lot. I feel like our fear of being great and our fear of leaving an impact causes us not to do things. So yeah, definitely imposter syndrome. But it is so good that it is something you can learn from and then also grow from it as well.
Yeah, because once you identify something like that, you can build a plan to work towards that.
Yeah.
And I imagine imposter syndrome must be something you might be feeling about speaking at the TEDx event. Is that something you're feeling like, am I really doing this?
Oh my gosh, I have had this feeling from forever, really, because wanting to do this talk has been on my vision board since 2018. But just the fact that it is happening, it's still like, is it really happening? I was watching my calendar yesterday when it was the 15th, and then I was like, this thing is happening in 1 month. Like, wow. So yeah, it is definitely something that comes to mind every now and again. But what I try to do to combat it is just tell myself, well, Faustina, you have something to share. It is a good thing to share. So you are the one to do it.
Yeah, why not share that with others? And the event on the 15th of May is called Unknown, Unfinished, Undone. And what is one thing that's currently unknown, maybe to you or to the entire world, that you would love to know?
It's going to be something I would say that some people know about, I don't know, but I would just love to know why it is international student fees are so high. Because I am an international student, so I am directly affected. And I constantly wonder, what is the reason? Because it is fair enough that we don't have to pay the same fees as home students, fair enough. But the difference is what constantly blows my mind.
And what motivated you to apply to the TEDx event at the University of Essex?
So actually, I love motivational speeches. I have been watching them since I was in secondary school. Actually, my favorite speaker, Lisa Nichols. I absolutely love and adore this woman. The day I met her, oh my gosh! But it was in early 2018 when someone that I knew gave a TEDx talk, and I was just watching her, and I was like, if I know you and you're doing this, I can maybe do it one day. And that's why it ended up on my vision board. So so yeah.
Amazing. And you said it's been on your vision board for so long. And you combat that imposter syndrome by telling yourself you've got something important to say. But why would you say that your idea is worth spreading?
I think it is an idea that is not new. Like the concept isn't new, but no, the idea isn't new, but the concept is, because I don't think people associate glitter with positivity. I think it is like they see glitter as something that children play with all along, people use for festivals, for carnivals, stuff like that. So I think just showing people how positivity is glitter and how like just the whole analogy of using glitter as positivity, that is something that's new. So I'm really excited and really hoping and praying that people really get that message from my talk.
And I do think glitter is something positive because it's childish, and people sometimes say, "Oh, glitter, it gets stuck everywhere." And then, so, how would you describe the glitter effect to someone who's looking and thinking, "Glitter, TED Talk"?
The glitter effect, I would say, is just think back when you were maybe a child in school and you were, you were doing arts and crafts, playing with glitter, and then your teacher asked you to basically clean up. So you clean up everywhere you go, you wash your hands. But yet still, when you get home, your parents or your adults, they ask you whether you played with glitter some point during the day. And you're trying to figure out, but why are you asking me that? And then like that is what positivity is. So even after you are done with it or hearing it, maybe like a few hours down the line, maybe a day or a month, then something just comes back to mind. So that is what the glitter and the link to positivity is.
I love that. I think it's a great message and a great effect for people to put into real terms, and having glitter as something that can be transformative. I love that.
Yeah, because glitter isn't only for children and festivals. It can be everyday life.
Exactly. You can put the glitter anywhere and it can stay
Everywhere.
there for a long time.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, so you're someone who's a very driven person. You have a vision board. You want to work towards what you want to work towards. But is there something that you've been meaning to finish or do for a long time that's currently unfinished?
I will say a long time, but the only thing that is currently unfinished is my March book. So basically, I'm aiming to read one book a month, and I'm still reading my March book, even though it is currently the 16th of April. So I know, right? So that is one thing I am hoping to finish, hopefully soon. But I do have like a sort of good excuse because March we had 2 weeks of exams, and then preparing for the exams was just long. So that really took out of my reading time.
Yeah, and also you've got the TEDx event to prepare for on the 15th of May. Yeah, you're busy. You're a busy woman. And so, what would you say you're most excited for at the event?
Honestly, I just cannot wait to stand on the red dot. I have seen that, I have felt it, how good it's going to feel. And because I do visualizations a lot and I feel things a lot, I have been practicing for this talk in my head and everything for a while. So I just cannot wait to actually do it. So I think that's what I'm really most excited about. And also seeing just how the other speakers, they will also give their talk. It's just something I feel like that may just be the highlight of my 2021.
Amazing. I mean, we don't have much to look forward to, but that is a big thing to look forward
Yeah.
to. And I'm so excited to introduce you and to hear your talk at the event. And the event is, we know is unknown, unfinished, undone. So my undone question is, we shouldn't live with regrets, really, should we? But if there was one thing you could undo, what would you make undone?
That is such an I've been trying to honestly don't know. I feel like there may be some things, but they're just not coming back to mind. But I will say maybe one thing kind of serious-ish is I would have done an intellectual property law module at university because I'm currently doing it and I find it so interesting. So if there was one thing I could undo, I would pick IP law over something else in my final year at uni because it is absolutely a very interesting area of law to study.
I think that's a very positive way of looking at undoing something. I know a lot of people would be like, I made this big mistake and I'll take it back. And you're just, well, I'll do this module. And I think that's a great way of looking at life. And it shows what a positive attitude in the world of glitter and unicorns. You just want to take an intellectual property module.
Right, because the thing is, because I am such a planner, I think I take a lot of steps before actually making a final choice. So I weigh things a lot, to the pros, the cons, why I should do it, why should I pray about it. So like, there's a process before I actually do something. So I feel like that's why I may not have anything much to regret.
Brilliant. It's good to live without regrets. And you're speaking at our event on May 15th. Why should people buy tickets to come and see your talk?
The ideas that are going to be shared are just out of this world. And I think it is a very interesting stance that each of us took. So none of our talks are similar. And it is just so interesting how yet still, even though they are different, they all fit perfectly under the theme, because it's just wow. So I feel like people will get a lot from each talk. There is so much to learn, so much to hear about from people. So yeah, so that's definitely why people should get your tickets to come to hear us.
Amazing.